Hello, my name is Mariana, and yes, this is another video of the Something Different series that I have been making recently because I sat down to pull cards for Cancer, and actually I did. They are here, but somehow they're just not speaking to me. It's like it's all kind of a blur. And so it's interesting because I feel like it's part of like this ongoing theme of my day today when apparently everything seems to be going wrong, or at least not as I planned. So I thought, why not record since I'm here ready to record? And my intention was to like really put something out that is helpful and insightful in any way. If it is a reading, then it is a reading, but apparently today is not the day for a reading. Um, so I just thought, why not share this kind of frustration, but I wouldn't put it in such a negative tone because there's something that I've been thinking, when I keep on hearing in my head this sentence, when things go wrong, what do you do? What do you do when things go out of your plans or go, slightly in another direction that you weren't anticipating? And so the things that I was, intending to do today, I got partially done, let's say. I was trying to sew something and it was, a bit of a mess because I had to redo a bunch of phases. And now that I'm here, sitting, staring at the cards for Cancer, I can't quite pull the message in. And this gives me a little bit of anxiety, right? Because, I just set out to do this. And so when it doesn't happen, there's something about this, there is a blockage, right? There is something that is not supposed to be resolved, at least not in that moment. And so when I was thinking about that sentence, when things go wrong, what do you do? What should I do, right, in this moment? And, I'm extending this question for you if, you go through a moment where, something is not going as you planned. And so I want to share something that I learned actually from my psychologist back in 2020, the end of 2020. And she told me this phrase that I feel like I will never forget because it's super easy, but it's actually very profound, the meaning of it. So I'm going to share it in Portuguese because that's how she passed on to me, but then I'm going to translate it because it makes more sense in Portuguese. So the phrase is: quando tá bom, aproveita. Quando tá ruim, aprende. And so the meaning of that, or the translation of that in English, would be something like, when things are happening in a good way, right? Things are flowing, just enjoy it. And when things are not going your way or not going as intended, just stand and learn from it. And so it's beautiful because I feel like that is something that allows us to take a few steps back, because sometimes when you're trying so hard to do something, or when you're trying to extract the most out of a situation, or when you're trying to give your best at something, right? It's like that kind of perfectionist mode, right? And the focus is so intense, sometimes we lose sight of the rest. So it's good to take a few steps back, right? Back away a little bit so that we can see from this outer angle, from this bigger picture point of view. And I feel like this is what today's lesson is, at least to me. And I wanted to share with you because I just feel like this could be, I don't know, helpful to some of you, or at least to one of you who, sometimes life just doesn't go our way. And so we have to just, it's almost like take this step back so that we can observe more clearly what is going on and take in as something that we haven't yet learned yet, or we haven't um, quite understood, right? And so these kinds of blockages or interruptions, or when you're trying and things are simply not happening, it's because it's like this moment of reflection, moment of pause. And I feel like, just because of the astrological point of view also of the moment we're living right now, the end of July, the beginning of August is an extremely intense period in terms of radical changes, very quick changes, because of the conjunction between Uranus, Mars, and the North Node in Taurus. And Taurus is a sign that doesn't like change, right? Is an earth fixed sign. So, of all of the 12 signs, Taurus, I would say, is the one that likes comfort. So when Uranus, Mars, which is, the planet of action, and Uranus, the planet of change, and then the North Node talking about our path, our spiritual development. It's like there are changes that maybe we are reluctant. And, sometimes life shows us these blockages or these interruptions because we are insisting in a path. And maybe for that moment, there is this need that we shift a little bit our gears, or shift the direction, or at least, shift our focus. And, it's like, instead of narrowing down your focus, it's like it's necessary for us to see from this more expanded point of view. So I feel like there's something about that today. And for the reasons that I've mentioned first, today possibly there's not going to be a reading for Cancer. I'm going to see how the cards are communicating with me tomorrow, if they want to talk, or if I'll just have to pull another spread. But somehow I feel like this sentence of, what we should do when things go wrong, or when things are just not flowing. I feel like this, backing just a few steps away from the focus, from the situation, from the person, from the conversation, it's healthy, and it brings this sensation that we don't have to step into the anxiety, right? It's almost like you already know, or I already know the triggers for my anxiety. So insisting would be just not wise, right? So I just wanted to share this with you because I feel like, it might be useful to somebody out there. And maybe you're going through a day just like I am, where things are just not going as I planned. And that is all right. I feel like, not every day is going to be, this wonderful day where things just flow so beautifully, and it's like this sense of ease, and, things just happen in a very tranquil kind of way, right? Sometimes we just have to observe. And so I feel like this is what I'm going to do right now, right? Since I already shared with you what I wanted to share, I'm just going to back away a few steps. I'm going to post this, but I'm going to, then back away a few steps and just observe everything that went through my day today, to see what I have to learn from this. And maybe what I have to learn is just that, there are some days that I don't have to do and do and do. Although, you know, this Mars and Uranus are provoking us to do and do and do like we're late for something. But, you know, and that is tying to the last video of this series about the message that came from my future self. We have time, so we don't have to worry, right? It's just a few moments, it's just a few hours, it's just one day, right? So, yeah, backing away seems to be just the most wise decision right now. So, I'm going to leave you here just so that I can observe my day and see what I have to extract from it. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And if you are going through, you know, a rough day where things are just not going your way, maybe you can try that too. Yeah, I'm wishing you much love and thank you for being here with me. And I'll see you next. Okay, bye.